more on Paper Eggs. Let's send it over to Mika Fabs, who caught up with Mind Freak.
Hey Mind Freak, what's going on? Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Alright, so Genji, of course, gave a very
Yo,
strong
hello
performance with PRX,
guys.
which wasn't too long ago. What do you think is different with PRX this time around, and why shouldn't Genji assume that they're fighting the same team?
I think actually we feel the same, like nothing is different because like right now, like we said before, our team performance is not our peak performance yet. So maybe right now we just playing in not in their home turf. So yeah.
Alright, well let's see what happens. Good luck.
I mean, if they're the same, they lost, right? So Mimi, this doesn't seem like a good sign.
Yeah, it's so weird. PaperX this tournament has had the lowest
Hello,
confidence we've
hello.
ever seen from them. Alex comes on the desk, he's like, yeah, the boys have no confidence.
Welcome to the stream,
They
guys.
just don't have it. But seemingly, they lack all that confidence, and every series they've played at Madrid thus far, they somehow find it in themselves the second half of map 3, and then
Musik sih.
Yeah, it's
Bentar.
so strange to, and we were talking about not really knowing where to place Gen G, but PaperX has always had this kind of image, like what PaperX do we get, right? I mean, we've seen examples here. The second half of Split versus Heretics is like one of the peaks of PaperX, to be honest, on the international stage in my eyes. The way they performed in that second half is up there with some of their best performances, but I mean, they're saying they lack confidence. They're at a 6 out of 10 right now. They're making weird composition changes that don't really make a lot of sense from the outside looking in. And then we get to interviews and they're like, yeah, we kind of don't know what we're doing at times, but it worked.
Yeah, but that then brings us to the question you were asking earlier, Mike, of like, what is the next step for this team? Because that's what Alex
the logical
saying, right?
next step, but then you throw logic out the window because it's PaperX.
Yeah, that's the thing. But when you try and apply logic to this team, it doesn't make sense. For instance, some of the comps they're playing, they're running a comp on Lotus with no Sentinel, playing double Duelist,
and still with the Sky
without
as
a
well.
Viper, with the old Sky. Like, so many of the decisions they're making seem so off. And in the past, when we've seen PaperX make these decisions, we get things like they're like Reina Sky comps where they're cooking, they're coming up with something creative. But nowadays, it really does feel like some of these ideas are slipping through the cracks. But that stands in contrast to moments where this team is looking incredible. Yeah. Like you brought up, that second half of Split. I think when they're playing on Bind, that comp, very well thought through, very well cooked. PaperX really seems like a team in transition right now that it's, again, so hard to figure out where to place them because of that.
I'm just gonna, I'm an OG paper girl. I'm gonna come in and maybe channel a bit of paper thin as well for this. Is that every single time people do have those questions, is this the end of W Gaming? When do they stop getting away with this? They get away with it. So, we've seen it. We've been here before.
I still think they're the most entertaining team to watch.
I think that's kind of undisputable.
Yeah, but when you hear them coming out and talking the way they're talking, that's when you make them doubt a little bit.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Forsaken as well, because Forsaken has been on it, and we've seen the rays come out of him, Mimi, for the first time here.
Yeah, I think in terms of things that have improved since that Pacific Final, Forsaken is a big piece of that. He wasn't doing too great when they played regionally, and at Masters Madrid, this guy has showed up and looked incredible. He's picking up the rays. He's playing seemingly every role possible. The guy playing the most agents in this tournament right now, and he looks electric on all of them, while also being a big voice in this team, Mike.
Yeah, I think as well, if this is an indicator for kind of maybe rethinking some of the compositions, obviously Monyet having a different place within this team, putting Forsaken back in, I don't want to say the driving seat now that Jing's gone, but maybe building some compositions that are more focused around Forsaken and his current performance and form could be the key for PaperX.
And we've seen that, right? They're switching him onto Rays on maps. They're giving
Here,
him those
setupnya
moments
bagus
where he
banget.
can be confident. And,
Oh,
and these are
makasih,
things you have
Bang.
to walk away from. That is why PaperX is a contender, because they have players stepping up.
Tapi kayaknya videonya bitrate-nya rendah dia.
You still have Forsaken.
Kenapa?
You still have
Jelek?
Monyet. You still have
Bitrate-nya
guys who will
rendah.
step up and
Si
win.
nggak tahu ya video yang
The thing is, you say put him on. He's
yang
putting
nontonnya
himself on
ini
those things.
pertandingannya kayak patah-patah gitu.
Oh ya?
And Genji's Munchkin actually had an opinion of Forsaken's raise, and I don't think you can get a
Atau itu
higher
aing aja.
praise, Hypog,
Kayak
on
ini
a
sih
raise than saying
masalah
that you look
koneksi
like
internet
Yeah,
aing
that's
sih.
up there with some of the best accolades you can receive.
Coba yang ngeliat
Again, it just came,
di
it comes down to
coba.
the sustainability for me. Is what is the go-to? What is kind of the I guess the new form of these compositions and whether or not Forsaken switching onto the Raze is something they adopt across the rest of the map pool, or not something now with picking up the Gecko more and more, if that's something that he tries to adopt a little more. What is the change?
Yeah, the last time texture caused them a lot of problems back at the Pacific final. And speaking of texture, let's send it back to Mika Fabs, who's away to hear from texture. Actually, check this out.
Ingin bitrate dan
gitu.
Udah 10.000.
This is the strongest that Gen.G has looked so far. A lot of people think the same thing. What do you think contributes to the team's success here in this tournament? And we have Eric here to help with some translation.
지금 현재 젠지가 정말 좋은 경기력을 보이고 있는데 지금까지 젠지가 이런 성과를 거둘 수 있는 데 있어서 가장 큰 요인은 뭐라고 생각하시나요?
그냥 저희끼리 소통 잘하고.
So would you like Team A or Team B?
Team B.
Team B. So Paper X, you will be Team A, and we will start with your first ban.
Icebox.